Good morning, and welcome to the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge here at Coast Cigar and Lounge in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Mort to my left, Barry walking off the screen for 1 second, and me, Maverick, welcoming you to the show.
Tell us about the cigar you picked out.
Well, it's an Undercrown Shade.
Shade or sun-grown?
But the company's name's it's Undercrown Shade, but it's a sun-grown.
It's sun-grown.
Strength. Yeah, strength. It's a sun-grown.
Yeah, Drew Estates.
Yeah, Drew Estates. It's a medium strength.
Yeah.
Medium strength.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
Absolutely.
After we get a couple of puffs in us.
Bones, what do we got for coffee?
We got a Sumatra Dark Blend by Barissimo Coffee.
And that's
the typical 3 scoops.
That's an Aldi, right?
And it's strong as shit.
Barissimo is
Even the 3 scoops is heavy.
Oh, wow. It's a dark, very, very dark. Yes. Yeah.
It's deep.
Yeah,
Tell you, we got a scooper at the meeting hall, and we drink Folgers there. It's pretty good. It's always good. And you do 4 scoops into the coffee maker, the bun coffee maker, and it's perfect every time. I was wondering if I should go to Walmart and get us that scooper, because it's perfect every time.
It's just a different
size.
Is
it just seems like it. Why is that so heavy then with the 3 scoops?
It's
a stronger coffee.
It's a stronger coffee.
Stronger coffee.
Yeah,
okay.
Folgers is a light roast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
well, it says medium roast on the container.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dark roast is really good. The Folgers is not bad. The dark roast.
But
I'm really surprised that you guys aren't using Community because it's a lot cheaper.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, everybody likes. They voted on Folgers, and everybody likes it. So that's
they don't know any better. That's You could put Community coffee in that Folgers container. They know.
I know they want.
Yeah,
just like anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But anyway, it was a beautiful morning, and then it's turned to rain, and now we got cloudy and misty.
Rain. It's gonna rain today. 50%.
It's gonna rain all fucking week because I got.
So let's just talk very lightly on politics.
Oh, there's no lightning.
The State of the Union.
Fabulous, fantastic.
A lot of people gave it a 9 out of 10 for the president to stick on point.
If he stayed on point, I would have said that it would have been an epic State of the Union address. Had he not spent so much time bashing the Democrats.
Okay.
Because, if you watched it, and I did, and I
watched the whole thing.
I watched even the counterpoint at the end, the Virginia Democrat governor's thing. And her whole mantra was anything but Trump.
She's a flake in herself.
She is. She ran as a centrist, moderate Democrat, and she's gone Mandami.
Far left.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the State of the Union. Ronald Reagan, in one of his most famous speeches at State of the Union, hit zingers twice, and that was it. Now we're going back into boom, 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 boom. Okay, so my suggestion for the president, which I know he's probably a viewer.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yes.
My suggestion is 2 zingers, and that's it.
Okay.
Focus on the economy. Focus on America. Focus on the people that in the gallery that you got to shout out to. Focus on that stuff, because the shout outs during the gallery were amazing. I mean, watching first of all, the Coast Guard guy getting the Legion of Merit.
Oh my God!
Saving all those kids in Texas during the floods.
Yes,
and the kid with them.
Yes, terrible.
Beautiful.
It was. The dude worked his ass off as a rescue swimmer. I realized that it wasn't a wartime effort, so therefore Medal of Honor was not justified.
But he got a hell of a medal.
Got the next step down from that. All right, then we went to I guess the the hockey team was next.
Yes.
And the announcement of, well, the goalie's going to get the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Not a big one on that.
It's been given to other folks.
Oh,
for
it was
less.
given to Joe Biden. It was given to all
Less,
kinds of
yeah.
crazy. I mean, it depends on whatever the president's whim is.
But it was all about for the country.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know,
I get
and
that.
he did that. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
All right.
they did a piece on, you know, bringing in the hockey players and doing all, using it as a prop. Well, they went back 40, 45 years or so when it first started. When was it Reagan? No, maybe it was Reagan.
Carter, 1980.
One of those presidents brought somebody in, and then it started from there. Then every year, whoever was president was bringing
Sure.
people in as a. Should they?
I don't care if they do or not.
It's a State of the Union. It's the union is what but I'm on point with you. I thought it was a fantastic speech. The zingers could have lightened up a little bit, but I wasn't totally disappointed. I could have given them a 10 if it wasn't so bad. But there were a couple of zingers that they deserved and they got.
Oh, absolutely.
And then he should have stopped. He only needed one. Stand up if you were, and boom.
And
that
they
would
didn't
have
do
been
that. That was a tragedy.
disgusting.
That was going to
morning,
be
Ed.
the end of my point. Other than the two Medal of Honor
Beautiful.
Tearful.
awardees,
Tearful.
Yes.
awardees. They're not earners. They're not.
They didn't do it for that.
They certainly did not.
And they got it.
They
and,
earned it.
And claps to them.
Yeah, if you
Claps to them.
if you listen to the story on the helicopter pilot, when he told it, he said his leg was shot apart, this, that, and the other thing. He got them to where they needed to be. Then he looked at his co-pilot and said, "Take over, man. I can't do it.
I'm getting ready to pass out."
Yeah, I'm done."
That's beautiful.
And
Beautiful
they,
story.
They did
You
what
know
they
what?
needed to do. And
Going back, when you're, the one that wears the turban yelling to the president,
Oh,
you're a murderer.
Omar?
Totally disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Eh.
But she's out of control. She's angry. I understand it. But the one, I don't know where, I should know because I didn't look it up beforehand, but wearing a pin and you're supposed to be a senator. saying-
she's congressman.
Oh, congressman, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
the one with the glasses.
I
Yeah,
misspoke.
out of
Fuck
Michigan. Yeah.
ICE.
Yeah.
You're a total disgrace to your party, to the people you represent, and to the United States.
Well, not only that, Mav, but ICE agents are federal employees.
Absolutely.
So here you've got a federal representative bashing federal employees.
Mhm.
I mean, not just one federal employee, the entire agency
Yeah.
that that she's disappointed in. Whatever.
Yeah.
You can voice your disappointment.
Sure.
That's one thing, but going on national stage, international at that. We'll just say
Yeah.
international because people overseas
Watching
watch
it.
this as
They-
well to
Yes.
see how America's doing. To see that in international on the international media was a slap in the face to our GS employees.
Yes.
All right, back to the medals. The two
Congressional
Hearts.
Honor Medals. Yeah.
the two Purple Hearts
Yes.
all came from DC. Both of them were shot. One of them survived. The other didn't.
Sad.
Tragic, very tragic.
God bless them.
To the Medal of Honor, the helicopter guy, Warrant Officer 5.
You've been in for a while, man.
There's not many of those, and those people that are in the military that have seen warrant officers, they know that a WO5, he's not showing up for anything. He's like, I'm not showing up for a commander's call. I'm not showing up for anything unless I want to. He is the king of the warrant officers. He's a general, and for lack of better ways of explaining it, he is a general. If you looked at his medal rack, you would have seen that the dude was bad.
He was stacked.
He was badass.
Yeah.
And he was big as hell.
Yeah, he was built.
He showed,
Yeah, he was
Oh,
big.
he's a big boy, dude. He
Big
just
dude.
stood up there and just.
but he showed.
He's
Oh, yeah,
he's
he
a
was
big
there.
guy.
He was there.
Um,
His wife was there, and
I think it was
some
just the general.
3-star put it on him.
The biggest disappointment for me was when the Democratic, not all of them, I'll preface that, not all of them stood to applaud the mother of the Ukrainian girl that got stabbed in the subway.
That was
Or
terrible.
on the train. Okay. Horrible situation.
That was so
It was
sad.
in the media. It was all over the place. I'll tell you right now, you don't want to see the video.
Why would they stand for that?
Why wouldn't they stand for that?
Well,
Oh no, they didn't stand, or
No.
they
They did
did.
not.
he introduced the mom, and she's bawling, and I can't remember.
Oh,
And
she's
they
got
didn't
crocodile
stand for
tears.
it.
No, not at all. Not at all, because he prefaced the whole thing was this guy was released without bond, cashless bond. He was a terrible individual. I mean, he had a stack of things against him already, and he's mental issues as well. Killed her on the train.
Yeah, and they didn't stand.
They couldn't even acknowledge that. They couldn't even give.
That's a fucking disgrace.
You know, growing up, all through high school, and maybe not till the beginning of my military career, that I was even concerned about politics. Growing up, as a 17, 18-year-old, you don't.
Well, I grew up in a military,
but you have to be
environment,
informed
so-
when you go to vote.
I grew up overseas in a military environment, so you had to be involved. Your knowledge had to be
Somewhat
better than what you had here in
yeah.
the States.
Yeah,
Right.
but
It's terrible.
these kids nowadays, all right, you got to be 21 to buy this, you got to be 21 to buy that, you got to be 21 to do this, but only 18 to vote.
Yep.
You know, they're not even formulated yet. They haven't even formed. So they go to colleges, and because my
And then
my
they do
sister
what they
sees these
do.
teaching, and some of these professors are laying their philosophy on them. These kids don't know any better from at home.
Well, look, man, if they are in college, they're in probably their first semester of college. They just graduated high school,
Yeah.
so their political knowledge is very limited.
Yeah,
And I'm just going to go ahead and call it out. It's limited to what they read and see on TikTok.
yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with them researching, asking
Anything,
AI what
anything,
the best.
yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with that.
Mm-mm.
It's what they see and hear on TikTok.
And then they're getting barraged with stuff
Well,
Yeah.
that's
from
why I don't
somebody
TikTok.
else's belief.
That's why I don't TikTok, because
Free this, free that.
you go on something like that, you watch a video, and the next thing you know, you're down a rabbit hole watching 100 of those videos,
Yeah.
and you're
Yes.
indoctrinated into that mindset.
I
So-
agree.
We got a friend in here that goes to bed watching TikTok.
You got good example of the TikTok mentality is New York City and their
Mm-hmm.
mayor. He made an unannounced visit to the White House yesterday to beg for federal funds for a city. So I guess socialism isn't working out too well for the city of
Wow.
New York City. It's
He
they
walked up.
they
and-
want federal funds. Yeah.
Oh, now he wants federal funds.
Well, yeah, because they're broke and there's no
Yeah.
way that he can get his agenda
Pushed. Yeah.
on the
Yeah,
city
sure.
without money.
There's a couple of states already that, like Minnesota and Maine, I think they came out yesterday and said they cut off federal funds until
Until
do
they
this.
figure it all out. Yes.
Yeah, why are we going to keep on supplying money to places that money's being defrauded from
You
and
know,
try to figure it out when we just
what's it called? Just real fast back to the State of the Union. Fetterman from Pennsylvania stood
Yes, he did.
and during a couple of times, and he also shook the president's hand when he came in the hall, and they gave him a hard time about it, and he was like, "Fuck you guys."
And the very next day, he goes on the news channels and he talks about how disappointed he is in his party
Yeah,
for their
Mhm.
antics.
yeah,
The distinguished gentleman from Texas, Al Green, the guy last year that shook his cane,
yeah.
was kicked out within the first 20 seconds
With the sign.
with this sign.
and Johnson said he was this close to kicking out Omar and the other one sitting next to him.
Yeah,
Well,
Omar and
you kick-
Taib.
He should have just kicked him out. He's in control of that shit. They shouldn't be shouting that shit. There's some decorum.
We've lost decorum.
Oh yeah, I guess.
it's terrible.
So this we are turning into Parliament, the British Parliament, where they
Yelling, screaming.
they scream all the time.
Yeah,
They do hear, that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, let's just, instead of standing up and voicing a vote or something, let's do a voice vote, you know, here.
Do you have any viewers, Barrett? Is Mandy on right
Got
here?
a couple of viewers
I didn't see 'em.
checking us out.
No comments. So
Sad state of affairs, really.
Yep.
It is. It really is. It's upsetting.
When you look back a couple of years ago, when Senator Fetterman was running right after his stroke, a lot of people thought this guy is just going to be a vegetable.
Yeah.
I like the guy more and more.
Sadly, he turns out to be the voice of reason for the Democratic Party.
He really does, and he seems.
And I say sadly because it's sadly for the Democratic Party, not for him.
Yeah, because you know what? I'll tell you what. He's if you want to use a hockey term, he's a right winger on the left.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
He's the man of reason.
But he's really saying a lot of stuff that he's like, you know, he's saying, hey guys, come on. Some of this stuff he's doing makes sense.
I wish
He's for America. What do you mean? You're not going to stand up for that?
I would like all politicians to be like him. Okay. And I'll explain why I say that. Because like you said, he's voicing his reason. He's already formulated his opinion on things. He aligns with the Democrats. He says he's a Democrat. And I think the only reason that he does that, just by listening to him, is because of the social issues. Like, I don't care who you marry. I don't give a flying shit about any of that stuff. The social stuff. I don't care about that. He cares about fiscally conservative, saving the money, doing what's right for the country. If you really want to get down to the definition of what party he aligns with, probably 90%. It's a Libertarian Party.
Yeah.
90%, I'd say he probably aligns with the Libertarians.
I'm going to have to say you're right on that. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to say you're right.
And I know that there's probably a lot of Republicans that couldn't care less about the social issues, other than we'll get into the gender affirming stuff.
Yeah.
That's a whole different animal.
That's a whole different.
That doesn't have anything to do with social environment. That's forcing kids. I mean, look, we've talked about it 100 times. You got a hoochie mama that has her 3-year-old kid. He's a boy, and she wants to dress him up as a girl because she wants a daughter.
Well,
so she's going to do what she can to.
What about the girl? I can't remember her name that they had there. That the school was saying, no, you're a boy, and trying to transform her without telling the parents.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went into trafficking, and she didn't go into it. She was forced into it, blah, blah, whatever. And they didn't stand up for her either. That girl's got a lot of problems.
The parents were left out of the equation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It just really goes back to, you know, we're parents. You may not know that you're a parent, but you might be. You never know. But as parents, you have a responsibility for your child. You're responsible for taking care of them, for feeding them. I mean, clothing, everything, right? Until the state comes in and says, it takes a village. You know, it doesn't take a village. It takes 2 parents.
Yes.
It takes 2 parents.
Yes.
And that's probably the decline of our society as well. When we allow the state to tell the parent what is right or wrong for their children with regards to that.
It's crazy.
So we have one of the owners sitting back here that can say yay or nay the way I'm thinking about this. But the Mississippi House passed mobile sports betting. That's the House.
It goes to the Senate now.
Okay. It says revenues from mobile sports betting are projected to be near $100 million per year should Mississippi lawmakers pass the legislation, and the House wants $50 million of that to go to support PERS. With that said, to me, if mobile gambling is going to supposedly bring in $100 million, there's a lot of money to take it out of the casinos that would still contribute to the thing. So that, to me, that's a false figure, $100 million. It might bring
definitely is.
It might bring $100 million, but you're taking the revenue from somewhere else.
It's a shell game to them. They couldn't care less. It's a shell game for them.
But how many
They're
times
taking money from this corporation, because that's that's what they are. They're incorporated. They're businesses. They're taking money from this business and they're moving it to this, and they're going to tax it.
And how many times have we been told, "Oh, the money from this is going to go to schools. The money from this is going to go to roads."
Oh, every time they do,
and we don't know because our roads suck.
They do. And in the the lottery was supposed to be the savior for
Education.
everything.
Yeah.
Where's all that money going? 'Cause there's big money going into that.
There's a good question, right? There's a good question.
Then I think LSU is thinking they're going to be back on the men because Kiffin's invested over $40 million into the NIL shit. So they're buying their team.
Kiffin's in a hot seat too.
Like everybody else. They're
They're
buying
buying the team so they can be in the big show.
Well, they got they've got the people that demand it. It's not
The what are they called?
the boosters.
Yeah, the boosters.
It's an
man.
expectation from them. They want
Is that sick?
immediate gratification for their whatevers, right? For their endeavors.
Don't you think that's sick?
I don't think it's sick. I think it's misguided. It's hard to achieve. When you look at the college football playoff system as it stands right now, you got 12 teams that
Yeah.
end up in that, right?
Yeah, right.
So you've got a 1 out of 12 chance,
To get
and we'll
to the-
even go less than that because you look at the seeds. You could probably say 8 through 12 or 9 through 12 are not even going to be considered
Right.
as a possibility.
But some teams surprise you.
They
But rare.
Yeah, I mean they might get one upset during the CFP, but
Right.
they're not winning it
College
all.
football championship. Yeah.
They're just not going to win
But
it
they
all.
should, like we've discussed before, go to maybe 16, whatever. If they go more, then reseed after each round.
You know what? But
But it
but it's the craziness what they want.
Oh.
I mean, the desire for them to be in the big show.
But I don't think there's a big university, and I used to say Big Five, but now it's probably a little bit larger than that. I don't think there's a large university that doesn't have that expectation put on their teams now.
Yeah.
With NIL the way it is, the amount of money that's being spent on these players, I think the expectation is high on certain
Performances.
for some certain schools,
Yeah.
right? You demand this, you expect it because of the amount of money that you've spent.
they want to return on their investment.
That's yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a business now.
It
It's
is a
not-
business.
It's not.
Yeah. It ain't sports or it ain't. That's the love of the game.
If you look at
Damn.
college football, if you spend a little bit of time like myself and Morty Fax do occasionally during the postseason, you watch the other divisions play in their national championship. Like, you got your Division II as we used to know it. I think it's FBS now or
Yeah.
something. And then you got the D3 guys that, I mean, they're playing in a stadium that's about the size of our high school stadium.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Their national conference or their national championship is played in a small stadium.
Small venue. Small venue.
Nobody on that field was getting paid other than the coaches,
Right.
and the coaches probably aren't getting paid that much. either.
Nothing.
No, remember that one coach? Where's he from? He's making like 80,000 a year or something. He was cleaning up the stadium after practice.
Yeah, he's
and
probably,
all that.
or he's a part-time teacher as
Yeah.
well. So the commentators during that national championship game said this is the purest form of college football right now. There is none more pure than this right here.
Wow.
But it's hard to go back to the way it was
I'll never go
after
back.
being
It'll
where they
never
are
go
now.
back.
I don't think they.
You know,
the
it's not gonna happen.
not
cat's
gonna
out of the bag. It's just there's no
I'll
way.
never go back to that.
They have to
It's too late.
contain it.
Yeah.
Let
it's
me
too
ask you
late.
something on football and professional football. Did you see that one? I don't know how true that is.
We heard
The
that.
Saints hired Drew Brees as a general manager.
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
heard
We
that
heard that a
couple
couple
weeks
weeks
For
ago.
$789 million.
I think that's a little high on the.
We don't know if that number is right, but
Right.
they did hire him, and she
that's a good thing.
she relinquished all duties to him.
We don't know that.
Right, but that's what they say.
That's the
General
the hope.
manager, right?
That's the hope.
And he has everything released. He has the power to do what he wants.
I'm hoping that he's
I
the guy
hope so.
that's taking the phone calls and
Turn them
making
around.
the phone call on
Coaches, and-
signing day.
yeah, yeah.
I'm hoping he's the one that does.
And
it.
that's true. And I don't- why ain't they releasing that if that's true?
Oh, it has been released.
I'm just saying, that's a lot of money. I mean, is that a 10-year contract? Is that a 5-year contract? That's a lot of fucking dough, dude. Nobody has that. Nobody gets that kind of money.
Well,
So,
yeah,
I mean, as a general manager.
Otani got that.
No, I'm talking
mean,
about
that's-
as a general manager.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They
That's
may get 25 million a year. That's a lot of dough.
I'd be willing to bet that there's some GMs that get paid some pretty good dough.
Okay, but that's a big number.
And then the reason I'm saying that is because like Kansas City Chiefs, high expectations.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so
Well,
they're
they gave that to him for 10 years. That's 71 million, almost 71 million dollars a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Roughly.
I mean, and that's probably not far out of the realm.
That's
Probably
he'd be
not.
happy with that. You know what I mean?
I mean,
That
anybody
leave
would,
and stuff.
right? You're living in New Orleans.
I
And
take
he
one,
loves New Orleans.
I know he does.
I take 1% of that.
Yeah, of course we would. Yeah, but you know what? He loves New Orleans.
Yes, he
So
does.
it's wherever he lives, it's a half-hour ride to the stadium.
And New Orleans loves him.
Oh,
For what he's
absolutely.
done. Him, Drew Brees, Archie Manning. I mean, the list is small on,
Yeah.
on who they really love and
And
appreciate.
that's one of the guys.
That's one of the
And who he brings in somebody special, they'll be loving that.
I hope that he has the mindset to say this is where we're missing
Yeah.
because he played on the field. He knows the positions that are necessary in order to
And
get
he's
to the
going to
next
bring in
level.
somebody to say, what can we do here?
I hope that he can.
Yeah.
I really do. I
Dude,
really
I
do.
bought another hat yesterday.
I thought you said you weren't going to do that, Barry, you liar.
But this was so nice, though.
Oh, this is so nice.
Cigar.
Cigar. I was puffing it, not too much, but I enjoyed it. The burn is real good. The draw is good. I'm only going to give it about a 7 because I haven't been puffing it too much.
Okay.
It seems to taste all right, not bad.
Bones.
I'm a Underground fan, so and I like the Sungrown. It's not my go-to, but I'll smoke it. I give it 8.5. Give it it's somewhere in there.
And Mav, you didn't have the coffee.
8.3.
How's your coffee?
With the coffee's fucking strong,
Yes.
and it's the typical 3 scoops like we all have, but it's a deep roast Sumatra. It's with the coffee. I give the coffee probably an 8.5, 9 because I like it strong, but this is really strong. But I'd say probably 8.5, 9 overall for both.
Okay.
Nice. That's a nice rating.
The Maduro Undercrown is not my favorite. I like Maduros. Not a fan of that one. I don't know what it is about it. If I'm going to get a Drew Estate cigar that's a Maduro or around that arena, I'm going to get a Liga.
Oh God, yeah.
This is probably the best of the Undercrown
Family.
line.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So I love the Sun-Grown. I like Sun-Grown pretty much across the board.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an 8.7 for the cigar, even though for me the draw was a little tough. It's a little hard. It's you got to draw pretty hard on it. The coffee, that's right up my alley. But I had to add an extra cup or an extra scoop of sugar. And when I say scoop, I got a little bitty.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not even a tablespoon.
Teaspoon.
It's a teaspoon maybe.
Okay.
So I've got 2.5 teaspoons of sugar in it, and it's still a little stout. But I think it balanced pretty well with the cigar.
Okay.
So I'll give it and the cigar an 8.8.
Nice.
Very, very good, pleasurable. If I had to drink the coffee alone, I'd probably say maybe an 8.
Okay.
But other than that, good pair, good choice for the cigars, Mav.
Good. Thank you.
Really, really enjoying it. Good choice on the Sumatra. We definitely need to get some more.
Well, it's the only non-ground, non-flavored.
Yeah, we got a bunch of
left.
foo-foo in there. We got a bunch of it, and it seems like people just bring it in to dump it off
Yeah.
because nobody wants it.
Well,
at
the
home or
longer it
whatever.
sits there, the more likely it's going to get thrown out because it's just going to go bad.
Well, we need to figure out a way to preserve the coffee, like put it in an airtight container because it's
Okay.
just sitting in there.
Yeah,
pulling
yeah,
the
yeah.
smoke in.
Hey,
All right, so
Jenny.
Mav, take us home, baby.
All right. We hope you have a wonderful, great, safe weekend. And for the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge from Mort, Bones and me, Maverick, we wish you a great weekend and a safe one. We love you guys.
Later, guys.
Bye bye.